Students, class 12 arts, I hope all of you are in good condition at home. Today I will discuss the saving function. Yesterday, that is in the last class, I discussed the conjunction function. Today I will discuss the saving function. First, you know what is saving. It is raised part of the income which remained in the hand of the income earner after consumption expenditure. That is y minus c. If y is the income and c is the consumption expenditure, then y minus c is the s. Therefore, very like consumption function, saving function is the functional relationship between income and saving. As income increases, saving also increases, but may not in the same proportion, because the propensity to save increases with the increase of income, because the propensity to consume decreases with the increase of income. How? Suppose a person income is 10,000 per month. He consumes 9,500 rupees for the whole month. Now only 500 is the saving. But if the income increases from 10,000 to 15,000, 15,000 to 20,000, his consumption will not increase at the same rate. Project page limit, minimum 15 to 16 pages, 15 pages. It may be more if you can do, but you have to take the responsibility of answering objective question to the external examiner. So, sir or madam Jyotirmoy, you may write 15 pages or more. Call and date. You will just sir project page limit. Soman sir. তো কলটা কেটে গেছে ও কিছু একটা বলতে চাইছিল হয়তো জ্যোতির্ময় ইজ টাইপিং notification sent. This group is too large to ring. You can ring participants individually. Class 12 কি বলছে Hello, sir, submission date. आज कत तारीख हलो 25th August. Within 25th August you submit it. Jyotirmoy, are you hearing me? 25th 8/20, last date of submitting project. যাবে যাবে yes it is I will submit it. Yeah, okay. Thank you. So we are discussing regarding income and consumption and saving. Now, if income increases continuously, the consumption must decline, must not increase at the same rate, because each and every people has the limit of consumption. So, consumption increases in the first phase at increasing rate, then it increases at diminishing rate, then it increases at negative rate. It will not increase at all. And very like that, in the first phase, the saving increases at a very slower rate, because there is no much income to save after meeting the consumption expenditure. Now, if the income increases, saving also increases. And what will be the rate of increase can be measured in terms of MPS. MPS means marginal propensity to save. It means marginal propensity to save. Marginal propensity to save. This is the full form of MPS. What is marginal propensity to save? With the increase of income, initially, due to increase of consumption, saving increases but at a slower rate. And with the increase of income, the desire to save increases, because he may be saturated with his consumption, his or her consumption. Therefore, with the increase of income, that is, if Y increases continuously, saving also increases more rapidly than in the first phase. Consumption, what I told? Consumption increases at an increasing rate in the first phase, and that then increases at a diminishing rate, and in the third phase it increases in the negative rate. And that negative rate enhances the consumer to save something. So, with the increase of income, saving increases, but at the first phase slowly, and second phase more rapidly, and then very high rate saving will increase with the increase of income. Therefore, it can be measured by the formula MPS, that is MP, that is marginal propensity to consume. What is the formula? It is delta S by delta Y. How can you calculate? How can we calculate delta S and delta Y? Suppose your income, a person's income. A person's income is rupees 10,000, suppose 10,000, rupees 10,000. Now, his income becomes rupees 15,000, that is increases. So, delta Y is equal to 15,000, rupees 15,000 minus rupees 10,000, all rupees please, is equal to rupees 5,000. This is the value of delta Y, and delta S is equal to, suppose his saving was, consumption was 10,000, no, his income was 15,000 and consumption was 10,000. So saving was 5,000. Now his income increases. Oh, sorry, this is 10,000. So it is 8,000. 8,000. So it is 2,000. Sorry. Now again, if it is S1, then it is 15,000, and your consumption become 10,000. Then it is 5,000. So del S is equal to 5,000 minus 2,000 is equal to 3,000. Right? Del S is equal to 3,000. That is, your income was 10,000 first, then it increases to 15,000. So del Y is equal to 15,000 minus 10,000 is equal to 5,000. That is increased income minus the past income. Then your saving was suppose 10,000 first. Now if it is 8,000, that is 10,000, 2,000. 15,000 minus 10,000 is equal to 5,000. Your saving, not related to this, it is imaginary. Not this is, here income is 10,000, here his saving is 10,000. So this is another thing, not related with that. So del S by del Y is equal to 3,000 by 5,000 is equal to 3 by 5 is equal to 0.6. So MPS is 0.6. MPS is 0.6. It is an imaginary example. Okay? You got it? May I remove? Now this can be explained with the help of a diagram also. This is saving. Now this is 45-degree line. This is 45-degree line indicating income line. Why it is 45 degree? Because with the income and expenditure may be the proportionately equal. So it is such 45 degree. I am removing this. Now you learned where from the consumption line starts. Can anybody say? No. Suppose income is 0. Here it is, consumption is measured, it is income is measured on the horizontal axis, and on the vertical axis consumption. Here saving is measured, whereas income is measured. Y means income is measured on the horizontal axis. So it is the Y line, that is income line, indicating the same proportion between horizontal and vertical axis. Now, where from the consumption line starts? Will it start from 0? Will it start from 0? Suppose a person's income is 0. He earns nothing, no money. He earns no money. but yet he consumes something. So, consumption line starts from minimum this point. It may be here, it may be here, but I am assuming that it is from here. Here income is equal to consumption. Income is equal to consumption. 20 is the minimum. So, with the increase of income, consumption also increases. Consumption also increases. Here, then consumption increases. Here, consumption increases. At point E, income and consumption are equal to each other. Equal to each other. So, saving is 0. So, saving curve 20 is the autonomous consumption, income is 0. So, saving must start from minus 20, from here minus 20. Below the horizontal line, it indicates negative, minus. So, suppose it is minus 20. Now, this is saving curve. This is saving curve, which starts from minus 20 as consumption line starts from 20. Sometimes in the final examination, board examination, questions are set that how can you draw the saving curve from the given consumption curve? How can you draw the saving curve from the given consumption curve? So, consumption curve is given, saving curve is start from minus 20 and intersect the horizontal axis at this point. Suppose it is also E, and here S is equal to 0. S is equal to 0, but to the left of the point E, S is negative, and to the right of the point S, it is positive. This is positive S. This part indicates positive S, as there is gap between Y and C. This distance must be equal to this distance. Therefore, you can draw easily the saving curve from the given consumption curve. Derive the saving curve from the given consumption curve, or derive the saving curve from the given consumption curve, equal just the opposite to it. During examination, you may face such question that not the saving curve is given, you have to draw the consumption curve, or consumption curve is given, you have to draw the saving curve. Now, it is the gap. It is the gap, and it is called delta C, delta Y, and it is called delta S. This increase is called delta S. So, delta S by delta Y is equal to MPS, marginal propensity to save. It is the formula of calculating marginal propensity to save. That is the proportion of the part of the proportion of the increased income a consumer will save is decided by this delta formula, delta S by delta Y, that is marginal propensity to save, and marginal average propensity to save is the formula S by Y, that you can directly divide the saving amount by the income amount, then you will get APS, that is average propensity to consume. Is there any question you may write or ask? I think I may remove the diagram. So, I am removing. Now I am giving you a sum. So there is another thing, that is multiplier. Multiplier. I want to complete this part of discussion. Multiplier. Multiplier is denoted as K. Multiplier is denoted as K. It means delta I by delta Y. Delta I by delta Y. Oh. Delta Y by delta I. How can you calculate? You know how to calculate delta Y, that is increased income. Your income was 5,000, now it is 7,000. So 7,000 minus 5,000, that is 2,000 is the delta Y. And delta I means investment. If we think that S is equal to I, saving is equal to investment, it may not be invested in the field of production, you may invest it in the bank. So it is investment. Saving is equal to investment, S is equal to I. Now, delta I means increased investment. Your investment was rupees 100, now it becomes 150. 150 minus 100, that is 50, is the delta I. Now, multiplier. Multiplier is measured by del Y by del I. Suppose as a result of increase in investment, by rupees 60 crore, national income rises by rupees 240 crores. ₹240 crores, calculate MPC. Or rather here we should calculate multiplier. ये एक ही अंकों के multiply, calculate multiplier. Means K. Now we know that K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Delta Y by delta I. So 240, income increases by 240, that is delta Y. Delta I increased by 60. Into the 4. Multiplier is equal to 4. 4 is the answer. But it is a simple math. You have to calculate more complex one. There is another formula of calculating K, and it is very important. Number 2. Number 1 formula is this. This is number 1, then number 2. 1 by 1 minus MPC. 1 by 1 minus MPC. It is the second formula of calculating multiplier. Now, you just read this because there is no much time to calculate any sum. Just mind this formula number 2, I will give you some, and this is very important for exam. This part is important for exam. From this example, can you find the value of MPC? Suppose if k is equal to such, then 1 by 1 minus MPC is equal to k, then or 1 by 1 minus MPC is equal to 4, MPC. Then 4 1 minus MPC is equal to 1, or 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 by 4. Then calculate minus MPC is equal to 1/4 minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, that is 3 by 4. So 1 minus 4, so minus 3 by 4. So 1 minus MPC is equal to minus 3 by 4, right? It's very hazy, this part. 1 minus 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 by 4. It's MPC. So minus MPC is equal to 1 by 4 minus 1. Minus MPC is equal to 3 4 minus 3 by 4. So minus minus gives MPC is equal to 3 by 4. Right. So I think it is clear to you. And similarly, you may have to draw the consumption curve from the given saving curve, just opposite to it. So thank you very much. Today's closed. Have you any question? Have you any question? You may ask out of this total discussion. কি হলো কনজামশন কার একের একবার দেখান না, পরের দিন হবে, পুরোটাই বলতে হবে, পরের দিন দেখাবো। I will show it on the board by drawing it in the next class, because it will take not less than half an hour. Time হয়ে গেছে তো। So thank you very much. I hope you are all in safe at home. Thank you.